Good morning, everybody. I'm Teacher Stuart here at Axio, and I'm here to talk to you today about unit number 5 in book 4A. This unit talks about the future forms of verbs. Now, we have technically 2 future forms of every verb tense in the future. We have the will form of the future, and we have the be going to form of the future. The construction of these are very similar. We have our subject plus will or be going to plus what we call the base form or the simple form of the main action verb. Okay? All right. Now, why do we have the 2 forms? Because they have different applications. The will form is used for 5 things. First use, for predictions. Okay, so when you're predicting a future event, you can use the will form. The second form is for promises or threats. Okay. The third form is for instant decision. Okay, or decisions made at the time of speaking based on your desire to do something. Okay. The fourth form is for unplanned futures. Okay. And the fifth form is for threats, as I mentioned. Okay, so 5 forms there. 1, predictions. 2, promises. 3, unplanned future. 4, instant decision. And 5 for threats. Okay? The be going to form of the future, on the other hand, is used for only 3 things. 1, for predictions, exactly like will, so you have no problem in choosing whichever form you'd like when you're predicting a future action. That's fine. The second form of the be going to is for a planned future. Okay? And the third form is for a prior plan. That is to say, a plan you've made before now. Okay? Let us give you an example of a few of these. All right? The will form of the future. I will be here in Axio every day this week. I will be here is our future form in the will structure. Okay, remember the be is the base form or simple form of the main verb. Okay, or let's talk about the plan that I have. I am going to be here every day this week because I plan to be here every day this week. I can't guarantee it's going to happen, but I've planned it. Okay, that is why I'm using the be going to form of the future here. All right? Okay. Next, we have the future progressive. Okay. I am going to be working hard this week. Okay. This is future progressive. I am going to, that's our be going to form of the future. Working is our progressive form, and then hard this week are the extra words we need to complete the idea. Okay? Or, I will be working hard this week. Again, they mean the same thing. Remember, however, that future progressive tense talks about an unfinished or incomplete action. Be careful with that. Okay. We can also talk about future time by using, surprisingly, present simple and present progressive. Okay. If we're going to use present simple to talk about future time, we're going to need a future time word or a time point that we need to refer to. Okay, so my train leaves at 10 p.m. tonight. My train leaves is present simple, but we're talking about future time because we're saying at 10 p.m. tonight. This is what we call a timetable future or schedule future. Okay? Okay, we can also use the present continuous to talk about future time. For example, I am seeing the doctor next week. I am seeing is our present continuous tense. The doctor next week, because we've got next week, our time words for future, we're technically talking about a hypothetical future time, but using present continuous tense. It's a little confusing, but it can be done. Okay. Next, we have the future perfect tenses. The future perfect tenses are difficult to get your brain into. Let's think about them. What are we doing with future perfect? Remember in the previous video, I was talking about perfect tenses being past tenses. So, we're looking at a future past tense. Okay? Or one action before a second action or time point in the future. Okay, so let's make the sense of that. I will have completed this video by the end of today. Okay, I will, future, have completed, perfect, this video by the end of today, the completion point in the future. Okay? Or we can have a sequence of two future actions. Okay? I will have completed my university studies by the time my sister visits me next week. There again, we have the second action in present tense. Why? Because remember, when we reach that hypothetical future point, we're going to be in present time, because this is where we analyze every tense from. Be careful when you're choosing your verb tenses, guys, because they can get very confusing. Okay, I will see you in the next lesson. Take care.